Hello from
Natural Bridges.
We decided to return and check out the Monarch Sanctuary located here at Natural Bridges State Park.
Yeah, we brought you guys here about 2 years ago and checked out the overwinter spot for the migrating monarchs, and we thought we'd come back a couple years later to see how the population has increased.
We're hopeful that we're going to see a lot more butterflies this time.
Yeah, the population's gone through several spikes and dips in recent years, 2021 being one of the lowest years on record, with less than 2,000 butterflies throughout the whole state, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And only 550 here in Santa Cruz.
Yeah. So this year we've heard that the numbers are much more robust. Come along with us as we check out the monarch population this year.
Let's go. Hi, I'm Avi.
And I'm V.
Join us in our explorations of the Central Coast of California
And our adventures beyond. These butterflies migrate between Mexico and Canada. One of the longest insect migrations on the planet, I believe.
There's two significant strains coming from the west of the United States and also the east of the United States. And the ones from the east fly the furthest in the world.
They spend the winter in eucalyptus groves like this one here, where they have protection from the frost and the wind, and also plenty of their food source. The only thing their caterpillars will eat is milkweed, so they need plenty of that.
Recently, they are considered, at least the migratory subspecies of the monarch butterfly is considered endangered, whereas the non-migratory one is doing just fine.
When the temperature falls below 55 degrees, the monarchs can no longer fly, and so they gather together on these trees in these tightly dense little clusters that look like leaves, but when you look close, you can see that they're actually hundreds of butterflies in one mass. And we did a whole video about this, which we'll link to down in the description if you're interested in more information about these awesome little creatures.
Butterfly in the sky, I can make her roll her eyes. Take a look. Ooh, I'm seeing lots of activity now.
Oh yeah, you can always see
There's a lot of them already. Wow, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. It hasn't been this active since I can remember. Yeah, they're way more this time around. These guys look like they're like extensions of the tree, but right here are all clusters of monarchs. This is a pretty cool device. What's this?
This is an iPad that is receiving the transmission from that Wi-Fi at the end of that spotting scope.
Okay.
So that spotting scope is trained on one of those clusters up there.
Wow, that's sweet.
And so you're looking at a live feed.
It's hardening. I was here a couple of years ago and it was a lot less.
3 years ago, there were only 550 in here.
That's what I heard.
The whole state only had 2,500.
That's so sad.
And we figured out what happened. It was on their way, on their migration coming here, they have to come through the San Joaquin and Sacramento valleys.
Uh-huh.
So temperature and humidity are very important to the monarch. It can't be too hot, it can't be too cold. It's 100 degrees in those valleys. So not only was the temperature bugging them, the humidity was very dry.
Right, very arid.
So their wings cracked and they could not fly. So they didn't make it.
They
never made it to the overwintering.
Oh man.
So that was the reason 3 years ago there was this huge population drop and everybody was panicked.
Yeah.
It took about a year to figure out what happened.
I would say that there is definitely a lot more fluttering around than last time we were here. It was colder, sunnier this time, so and it was more very airborne.
And we're actually here later in the year than we were last time too. So, because last time we were here in November, and now today's December 1st. Yeah. It was a very peaceful, kind of contemplative energy atmosphere to this place. And I think a lot of people are a little awestruck, rightfully so. It's gorgeous. have to crane your neck a lot.
Yeah, there's like, I would say easily 100 just flying around above the treetops. If not a couple hundred, right? I mean, it's a lot.
I also understand that people are trying to colonize butterflies on a personal level. Apparently that's supposed to be dangerous for the population. So don't breed monarchs, people. But you can help them out by avoiding pesticides and by growing foods or plants that they like to eat. Milkweed. Milkweed.
That was really cool. I really appreciated how much the population has improved in the last 2 years. This year they're saying there's about 7,000, which is like a 14-time increase. So that's pretty substantial.
That's substantial, yes.
Yeah, still not as many as there used to be when we were younger, but it's definitely a trend in the right direction.
Yeah, we like to see that.
Yeah.
This is a totally free attraction.
Yeah.
All it takes is some walking. It's a pretty unique kind of occurrence, though. You don't just get to walk into anywhere and just see upwards of 5,000 butterflies in a stretch.
It's definitely cool and worth checking out. One thing that I find really interesting about this whole thing too is it takes 4 generations of butterflies to make a complete migration from Mexico to Canada and then back. So no one generation completes this migration, yet they still somehow know where to go.
Yeah, apparently something in their eyes can tell the inclination of the sun, and depending upon where the sun is geospatially, they kind of angle off of that and locate where they need to go.
No single butterfly will complete the journey from beginning to end, so it's just crazy that it happens the same places every year.
Right.
Most generations, 3 of the 4 only live about 4 to 6 weeks, but one generation lives 3 to 6 months. They can survive the winter and lay eggs the following spring so that the population can continue on with the migration. It's just kind of mind-blowing that
How does that all work out?
Right? Genetically speaking, like only every 4th generation has a longer lifespan. It's crazy.
That's pretty
cool. Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Thanks so much for coming along with us today.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed this little revisiting of the butterflies here at Natural Bridges.
Yeah, so thanks so much for watching.
Make sure you click like.
Hit subscribe.
And don't forget to ring that bell.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks again.
Ciao.
Bye.